what do you guys want to investigate or do first?
Is
Hand over the evidence,
is
or
east that direction?
east is good.
Probably.
Good question.
Because it says
East
east
is
on the bottom right, and it's like, oh god, like
let me center it a bit more. So east is down.
down. Okay, I was gonna say, I'm like,
Yeah,
wait.
yeah. This map was even worse than the
There's,
other ones. They had it at a 45-degree angle.
yeah.
No, they're not. Surprisingly, the Styes adventures, like the maps are all are all uniform. Although this one I actually rotated because they don't actually put the Styes in the Saltmarsh region. They kind of just say leave it up to you. And for me to make it work, I had to rotate it to match the other map that was rotated. So
Right.
if they hadn't rotated the other one, this one would have been correct. But yeah. So I guess one other thing Radar will point out as we're walking through, as we're making our way to, I presume the constables where we're going to go first, because, drop off the evidence and then we can begin our search for the meaning of that message. But Radar is going to point out that, like, I hate to say it, but I could really use a rest before we engage in any more serious business.
Alicius
sounds good.
agrees. Yeah.
So, all right. So, you guys all want to go to the constable first?
Yeah, I guess quick before we do that, just
Okay.
not have a pile full of incriminating evidence on our inventory for too long.
Right. We had something to do with it.
Well,
Yeah.
for most cases, like more, more of
Yeah.
it. He has enough. So they're number 5.
Yeah, number 5. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, we make our way there. And let's see. It'd be nice if they told me if they had the constable's name with the garrison. I gotta. Yeah, so we approached the garrison building, and
It's gone.
yeah, it's completely disappeared. No, and we end up, yes, we speak with Constable Jude, and I was gonna say, well, last time, what did we say last time we talked with her? I wasn't sure if she had pointed us to. That's right. She had pointed us to Mr. Dory, again, saying that some of his activities were suspicious.
Right, and she wanted to investigate him but couldn't because of some reason.
Yeah, political reasons. I think primarily. Yeah. So when we show up to her, to her and bring her all this evidence of Mr. Dory's dealings, both with the cult of Thars Dune and the Lantern Ghost killings, and just other shady business practices and assassinations that he's organized, and
just the gruesome
unlawful
details of what the hell we fought in that ship. I mean, it's like
and all that. Then Constable, can't help but get kind of give signs that she's really overjoyed with what you found. And she says that oh wow, this is just the information we needed to accuse Mr. Dory. But she also says, but he seems quite powerful and even deadlier than we assumed, and unnatural even. But I wouldn't be too concerned about that. I'm gonna present this evidence to Rashlin. He's one of the other counselors here in town, and while I don't like Rashlin, I don't like Mr. Dory more. Rashlin is corrupt as well, but he has power, and with the political power he holds and the resources we have with the garrison here, we'll be able to arrest Dory and bring him to justice for what justice can be brought in this town. Anything else I should be aware of, in addition to this evidence you brought?
I mean, aside from any of the cult knowledge that we know, I mean, just the whatever monster aboleth type stuff, and like
Yeah.
that seems to be the recurring pattern. And we saw symbols on the wall or on papers in Mr. Dory's that we also saw in, because I don't know if we told her before that we went to that asylum and did our own kind of investigation, but if
We might have hinted at it.
yeah, if we didn't before, then just say it now that we did do that, and it's the same symbols there. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
She says, "Well, that does check out because I did run an investigation on the symbol that you described last time, or the symbols on that you described last time, and that is the symbol of Tharizdun.
Right.
Surprising that, well, on one hand, I should say it's probably not surprising that the cult has managed to evade notice, considering they're one of the most secretive cults out there, rivaled probably only by the Scarlet Brotherhood, but whereas the Scarlet Brotherhood is more daring and willing to take risks, the cult is much more secretive and careful to keep their dealings unknown. But now that they're here, we will be on the lookout for any more activity by them. And if you do find any information on this cult and can weed them out yourselves, which I presume you're going to continue, you seem like the type that will not stop until the job is done. If you do find anything, there will be a reward for it, but we would want to keep this on the quiet. So if you report back to me, you can just keep it quiet, and the town will reward you for any information you find, if you can put a stop to any of their dealings. And in fact, why don't I reward you now for the information you brought concerning Mr. Dory, since that is one piece of the puzzle. So she, has one of the attendants go and bring out a reward and awards each of us 400 gold.
Each.
Which is a pretty big deal considering.
Yeah, this
town. Considering the town. I guess from that you kind of reason that, while the town is quite poor, the government definitely has all the money or 90% of the money in the town.
Yeah. Along the lines of the cult, I guess, do they have any information, before, like any leads that she couldn't follow before because of either time or superiors preventing her?
Yeah, she says, unfortunately, no. Like, there have always been rumors of the cult. Rumors cropping up from time to time that the cult has a presence here, but we've never been able to find anything conclusive. Although, of course, now that the Lantern Ghost killings are involved with it via Mr. Dory, that does definitely open up this case some more, and we'll have to look back through our information on the crimes throughout the past several months and see if there's any connections that we might not have noticed the first time.
Right. Well, it's it's getting late, I think, or early or something. But
Yeah, I was gonna say, when did we approach the?
I think
We
we
went
did it
to
at
the.
night, like
Yeah, we did it at night, so like this would be like
the morning after or something.
morning. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, well, we didn't sleep last night because of these actions, so we were probably just gonna get some rest and then continue our investigation. Is there anywhere that you recommend that we could stay? That I've I've been to a couple of places in the whatever they would call the poor district here, like,
Yeah.
and
The, yeah, I think the
yeah,
low quarter.
right.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if you had any recommendations.
She says, well, the the most well, you know what? Come to think of it, um, I was about to recommend the Manticore's Toe, um, but none. Quite frankly, none of the inns and taverns in the Styes are anything to brag about. Um, Tell you what, why don't I give you some lodging for tonight or for today, uh, in two of our rooms here. It'll be safest considering that with Mr. Dory on the loose, this is the safest place to be.
I agree. I'm not trying to get cultists stabbed in my sleep
Right.
again.
Right. And again, considering we don't know which, if any, taverns have spies in them or are loyal to the cult of Tharsdoon, so we'll go ahead and get two of the rooms ready for you. And she, they have one of the attendants take care of the rooms, and they present them to you and give you keys so you can lock the doors. And
Right.
the constable just says, if you need anything, just flag down one of the attendants or myself.
Yep. So I guess we do like a long rest or something.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Long rest goes by without incident.
My temp hit points is 14 now.
Oh my god.
So many expendable resources to update. I used a whole bunch of them that time.
Used a pretty fair amount of spells there.
Yeah.
I have a
Still
bottle
have-
of Mr. Dory blood and a velvet bag containing 6 rubies worth 500 gold each. Seems to be the new items that I have.
Yeah. Yeah, we got those from Mr. Dory's boat house. All right. Yep. So, we get a full 8 hours rest, and considering we probably made it back to the guardhouse early in the morning, maybe around 6 a.m. We'll say, it's afternoon now, or I guess approaching evening, around 4 o'clock p.m.
I'm trying
So
to
what-
see how I have proficiency with 8 different skills. I'm trying to make sure that
took the
adds
feat.
up. Yeah,
You took
unless
the one feat that gives you 3.
but oh, okay, the base rogue is 4. Okay, that's why.
Yeah. Okay, how many skills did you say? 8?
Yeah.
8. I'm gonna say base rogue is 4. Background should give you 2.
The
And then you get 3 from the feat. And then did you do variant human? Because I think variant human
I
gives you
did.
one.
So I'm actually missing two. I don't think I ever did the background. I mean, I have Smuggler written here. Oh, because that was a
Saltmarsh one.
yeah, Saltmarsh one. So I never saw.
Oh, what it
Wasn't
was.
that a custom one, or was it
Yeah, let
like
me
a
see
variant of something?
yeah, let me see what
Yeah.
it's. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you did choose that one. I remember now.
Oh, jeez, I might have
Um,
overlapping skills now. Whole character's
and if you do,
identity
you
is
can just
ruined.
pick
Yeah, I know, right?
pick, you know,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Where are the
Pretend
backgrounds
like I'm
at?
level 1 again.
I was gonna say just like how Smallleaf was because what Smallleaf was like not adding his proficiency to his attacks
Yeah,
No
something
idea
like
what
for
you're
the
that.
talking
longest time.
about.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
if that's the case that you were not playing with two of your skills,
Yeah.
go ahead and give yourself inspiration again, even if you
Right.
already have it.
Yep. I used it
Saltmarsh.
I think
immediately
you
as
did
I
have it
got
that
it.
you
Yeah,
used
that's
it.
right.
I used it
Go ahead
like
and
the
give
second
yourself
I got it.
inspiration because for playing for 9 levels
Yeah. I swear if one of
without.
them was investigation, I'm gonna just cry.
Yeah, let's see. Da. Smuggler, where are you? There it is, Smuggler. Athletics and deception.
Okay. Interesting.
And you get tool proficiencies with water vehicles, which you probably already have. Because I
Yeah.
think you used it before.
Yep.
Yeah. And again, if the one of those is a duplicate,
Well,
then you just
actually,
pick
I
something.
had athletics written down, and I definitely wouldn't have taken that, so maybe I did add it up right. Hold on.
Yeah, athletics and deception. Maybe you just didn't pick. Well, you got your background. Maybe I was gonna say maybe you didn't pick it from your feet,
God damn it, Jordan, get your shit together.
Yeah.
or you just maybe you
I
chose rogue and only took two. You know,
yeah,
instead of
I'm
4.
thinking that that's probably the most likely. Athletics and deception. Yeah, both of those are offered to rogue, so I'll just pick two other ones here.
I'm going to give yourself inspiration because
Right.
there's definite.
I thought you had a handout in the sidebar about
Oh, the backgrounds.
backgrounds, but I'm not seeing it now.
You know what? It was. There it is. Yeah, if you go under chapter, do you see chapter 1, Saltmarsh?
Yes. Okay.
And then Saltmarsh backgrounds. Yeah, it's under there. So while you're picking your skills or doing that or whatever,
So I'm leveling up my character or whatever, creating my character.
Yeah. Yeah, Radair, comes out of the room or joins us in the lobby or whatever, and just looks looks like he didn't really sleep very well. Just kind of has kind of like a sober expression on his kind of cheery, over-eager self. Just kind of says, all right. So what are we doing today?
I think Alicia would want to investigate whatever that cryptic note was that we found or whatever with the I forget.
Yeah, seek their pulpit in the evening shadow of Frother's lamp.
That one, yes.
Which coincidentally it is approaching evening, so whatever it means, we actually might have perfect timing there. was there anything else with the? Yeah.
I guess if we wake up and if the constable is there, if we didn't already, potentially ask what they know about Frother's lamp.
Yeah. Yeah. So the the constable actually let's see, Frother's lamp. The constable says, "Oh yeah, Frother's lamp. Yeah, that's the old abandoned lighthouse out in the out on the south side of town, southwest rather. The one island, or the one island piece that's out there. It's a decommissioned stone lighthouse."
I guess Alicia would be like, like if there's a Perry ton over there, I swear, guys.
Oh, you said it, so now it's going to be there.
3 Perrytons. Dire Perrytons. Greater dire Perrytons, because we're level 10.
All right.
I'm not sure I would have taken. I might not take skilled now because like I took it because I was like, man, I need to get like some of these, and it's like literally
You already
the
have
ones.
like
Yeah, I was basically missing 3 from the rogue
yeah,
because I
'cause you
got
have
1 from
7.
human, 2 from smuggler, and then I picked 2 from rogue, and it was like, god damn it.
Yeah, it kind of loses its effectiveness when like
Yeah, it's like
you can take skills where it's like, yeah, my ability score doesn't really synergize with that very well. I mean, are you planning on taking any other feats, or are there other ones you were looking at?
I mean, not really. So like, I'll probably just
'Cause
keep
ability
it.
score increase may be a good
Yeah,
option if there's no other feats that are really like, ooh, yeah, I want this feat.
right.
Alert, I guess would also be like.
Oh yeah, alert's a solid feat. And keep in mind you can do a half feat, so if you only want half of one.
Right.
I think I took 1 feat so far for whatever the caster arm what's that one called?
Caster.
Yeah, Warcaster. But then like I'm gonna be taking ability score increases for. Wasn't there was another? Oh yeah, I was gonna say there's at least 2 other feats I was considering. But I think I'm gonna wait for them because they're not as critical. Like they're kind of more nice to haves, and I think I want the ability score increase more for next level.
Yeah, I ended up taking the Shield Master on mine just because that gave me something to do with my bonus action. And I kind of like it. Just
which is always a good choice. Make sure you have something to do with your bonus action.
plus there were some pretty clutch gizmo moments with it, as Tim had said before. So
Yeah. Oh,
Seen it
that's right. Elven Accuracy was the other one I was considering, and Inspiring Leader. I was considering that, but since Mo has it, it's redundant. So that's going to be a like wait till my last ability score increase and decide if I want another or if I want a different feat or.
Yeah, I think the
not.
only other one that pops into my head is Heavy Armor Master, but
for the damage reduction.
it's if they actually hit me, it's kind of. But I think that's one really good to take early, and then where we are going to be, it's probably not quite as good.
Yeah, and plus most things can't even hit you anyway, so.
I also like Keen Mind, if only because just always knowing exactly how long until the sunrise or the sunset.
Yeah, that's a very thematic, good role play elements there. Because you can be in a dungeon or underwater, and you always know what time it is. So anyway, so yeah, we know that Frother's Lamp is the old abandoned lighthouse that's out on the southwest end of town. And that's actually that is the no, I'm sorry, that's the low quarter out there.
And can you ping where the lighthouse was again? Or can we not see
Yeah,
it?
I can make it noticeable or mark it. I'll mark it on your map. Boing.
Oh, okay,
Number
so
two.
it is that.
Yeah, it was that one spot that we pointed to so much, you know, and noted, like, it's that one right there. The one that we all were like, right there. Anyway. Yeah, so Rodair, you know, takes a look at the note again and says, "Seek their pulpit in the evening shadow of Rother's lamp." So maybe we head there when the sun's setting and see where the shadow falls of the lighthouse.
I think it's a good plan.
All right, let's go, I guess.
I think I might actually take Magic Initiate and take Cleric. Ooh. And just pretend like as if Alicia has slowly like taught Mo how to do Cleric magic.
Oh, that's cool. What does Magic Initiate? Let me look up what that gives you. I think you get to cast some Cleric spells.
Yeah, 2 cantrips and 1 first level spell that I can do per day. So I'm probably gonna take like Cure Wounds, you know, as the first level spell, but I gotta look at cantrips.
That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
Or I take something like Bless, you know, like.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because I mean, Alicia can cure wounds like nobody's business.
Right.
So
That would be kind of interesting if like I spend my whole turn just blessing people and then doing my whatever the other thing, the
bonus action.
Yeah, the bonus action thing, just like
a buffer.
Yeah,
rogue.
you're like, what the hell? Yeah, like, shouldn't you be behind them, not behind us? Like.
Yeah. The cantrip choices will be interesting.
Yeah.
Too, but yeah, bless would be, and the other thing too is like, as a rogue, you don't really concentrate, you know, like on spells. Right. So it's like, oh, I want to cast bless, like, clearly that's the one spell you concentrate on.
I would take light just because it makes sense, but I have the gem, so I'm gonna not do it. Like, look, she's like, want me to? I'm gonna show you how to make light, and he's like, I paid for this. I'm gonna. I gotta get my money's worth out of it. I could probably.
So you've already gotten your money's worth out.
Yeah, I can probably sell it to somebody, but.
You know, Alicia might even take alert at some point, just looking at them, if only because if I can act first, I can bless first.
Actually, yeah. I'll be back.
I know we're kind of like Godzilla sized, but I'm going to move myself over to the low quarter.
Yeah, we Godzilla sized. Even bigger than that. We can't shrink down any smaller because we automatically expand to fill the space. Yeah, Rodair will he'll pay the toll to get ferried across. I think that was like I forget what it was before. We'll just say a gold piece. Odo, 1 gold for all of us to get across. How will we be able to afford these prices? out of the 11,000 gold that Radair has. Saving up for that legendary weapon. I was gonna say, how much gold does everybody have on them? Because what are the next? I think it's like 50,000 for legendary. Yeah, 25, and then it's 25,000 for rare, very rare. Pool our resources and buy a very rare weapon or item for somebody.
The only problem with that is one of them wants to buy more cannons, and the other one would probably spend it on like a new church or temple.
Well, those both would probably be Alicia, or I guess unless Mo would rather invest in the temple.
Mo would have all of the pews.
All the pews, some very nice pews.
All right, I'm back.
At that point, the pews would be made out of solid gold, and he just like
Are you making fun of Mo?
shine them every day. Yes, we are.
Okay. Good.
Did somebody say solid gold?
Yep.
No, they just have to be covered in gold because nobody cares that there's gold on the interior of it.
What is this in reference to?
No, I'm just saying, like, the pews only have to be covered in gold, like, laid over top of it. It doesn't have to actually be solid gold.
Oh, I didn't even know you were talking about pews. I just came back and heard like gold plating, basically.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize you had stepped away.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, we were just talking about the pews and
You just
making
said
them
about
fancier.
collectively putting our money together to get somebody like a super rare. I was like, yeah, except one of them would want more cannons, and the other one would want temple to be like made out of fucking solid something.
Oh, like golden pews, yeah.
Yeah,
Listen, when we leave, I'm taking that cannon with me.
exactly, cannon.
I think if we could have another cannon.
A cannon that shoots cannons.
We need to keep the cannon around because if Alicia dies, I can be a eldritch fighter and have my favorite weapon that I bond to be the cannon.
Isn't that for the Eldritch Knight? Like, you can just summon your weapon.
Yeah,
Right.
it's like it's a bonus action that you can summon your weapon to you.
So you just summon the cannon in the middle of a dungeon. Like, I mean, it takes like, you'll only get to fire it once per fight, but that'll just completely obliterate anything and cause like a deafening condition to everything in the room. Like,
Exactly. There's some kind of like enemy like army, like, oh, look at all these undead I have. It's like, here's a cannon. Here's a what? The second one I bind to is like a second cannon or a ballista. Like,
just summon two cannons into the fight.
this is my cannon and this is my trebuchet.
I mean,
The trebuchet throws the cannon.
to look up how much damage a cannon does again, because like that'd be hilarious.
Yeah, it's hard to aim, sure, but if you don't have to aim it if you're like in a dungeon corridor. It really can't miss.
Lobbing it from a trebuchet, it doesn't matter at all.
Yeah, just general vicinity is good enough.
So a cannon does 8d10 damage.
Oh, really? That's more than I thought it would do.
Yeah, it's 8d10 damage, and
That makes sense.
And I'm pretty sure that counts as a siege object, so it does double damage to structures. I'm hiding behind a door. Are you?
And 8d10 damage, so you're doing like 45 damage, or no, 8d10, no, d10s 5.5 times. Yeah, you're doing about 45 damage.
Yeah.
What's like the what is it, a meme? It's like pictures of like somebody shooting like a rocket. It's like I want to attack you, and then it goes to like a cruise missile, and it's like in that general vicinity, and then I think it goes to like a howitzer, and it's like, to who it may concern.
Oh yeah, something like killing a specific person, killing the whole region, and then
Yeah.
Whomst.
Let's see. All right, so we start making our way over to Frother's Lamp, and again, it is. But by the time we make it over there, it's like 5:30, 5 to 5:30, and sun isn't quite setting yet, but it's just starting to make its way setting in the west. So we see the shadow kind of starting to head in a direction, but yeah, we make it there, and yeah, the lighthouse itself. I mean, I'll just describe what you see over there. But okay, come on. Frother's Lamp. Yeah, so again, lighthouse made out of stone. And it's pretty much in the same kind of dilapidated state as the rest of the Styes. It's sunken into the muck around it, and even there's a few buildings and piers kind of built partially attached to the lower part of it, and kind of built up around it. So it's not compared to the rest of the Styes. You think of a typical lighthouse, it's clearly much taller than the entire surrounding area, but this is more like half the height of a typical lighthouse, just because it's sunken into the ground, and other things have been built up around it as the entire place is just sinking into the sludge and water. Yeah, other than that, it's like this particular area of the Styes where we're at is not quite as active. There's not as much commotion as the rest of the place. I mean, there's still, people running, kind of milling about, but it's mostly like beggars and kind of like a few shady dealers and such. There's not quite as much of the rowdy tavern atmosphere in this area.
So as we kind of go through, do we see anything I don't want to just say concerning, but so it's a little bit quieter, and I assume just kind of alleyways and such like that. Do we kind of is this area as we get closer to the lighthouse different in any way? Kind of thinking back to the ship where there was all that gross heat and water. Do we hear running water or steam coming out of the sewers, or just anything kind of like that?
No, nothing like that. Like I said, besides the fact that it's just a little kind of this is more yeah, I guess the only main difference is that between this area and the rest of the Styes is that this area appears to be more slummier rather than rowdier. That's the main difference. You don't hear anything where it's there's steam coming up out of the sewers here where there wasn't before, or
okay.
There's a you don't necessarily see shady people peeking out at you from the houses, giving you concern that you're being followed or anything like that. It's just, again, pretty much same general condition as the rest of the Styes, just slummier, more slum and less rowdy.
Right.
But yeah, we're here a little bit early at the lighthouse for the shadow to kind of be clearly, to be stretched out, to where we could say, it says seek the pulpit in the evening shadow of Frother's Lamp. There's not much of a shadow yet, so.
Right.
So do you want to do anything else, or do you want to wait.
I think Alicia's fine waiting, but she'll defer to Mo, I guess, if he is, or Small Leaf as well, if they're gonna do any investigating beforehand.
Yeah, I don't know where we are. I was looking at spells.
Yeah, we're over by the lighthouse, and it's
Oh, okay.
it's getting to be evening time, and like the shadow isn't long enough where it's clear, kind of where we could follow the message, and where it says seek the pulpit in the evening shadow of Frother's lamp. Like there's not much of a shadow yet, so we
Oh,
can't
that's
really.
the name of this lighthouse.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, Alicia said like she's fine waiting, and Redair's fine waiting.
Small Leaf does what the group wants.
All right.
Yeah, waiting.
So it seems like we wait. All right, so we wait a good while, maybe till about 7:30, and by this point the sun is starting to set on the western side, and the shadow quite naturally is stretching out towards the east. And again, it's not like, compared to other lighthouses, it's not quite as tall as it could be, but it's still tall enough to cast a rather long shadow, kind of in the eastward direction down here. So around that time, Redair kind of speaks up and says, well, the shadow's stretching out over a number of buildings in the distance. Maybe we should just follow the shadow and maybe check the buildings that the shadow falls on.
Yeah, what was the specific wording again?
Seek their pulpit in the evening shadow of Frother's lamp.
Their pulpit?
Yeah. The full message says, this book contains all the invocations and prayers you'll need to learn the truth, Mr. Dory. The dark gods faithful are wary of new converts, but learn the words and they should accept you soon enough. Seek their pulpit in the evening shadow of Frother's lamp. Praise Tharizdun.
Yeah, so it would be, something within the, within the line,
church,
right?
A church lectern somewhere.
Yeah.
Or just like a balcony or something, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's have everyone go ahead and make investigation rolls. Mo, is that, well, I was gonna say, it looks like you rolled an investigation already. Is that?
I just popped that there.
Oh, okay.
7:55.
I wasn't sure if that was like something you rolled before. I didn't hear it go through.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't hear the.
Yeah, I actually don't hear anything either.
But
You said,
but
like,
yeah, you and Smallleaf and even Alicia manages to kind of find it just after you. Redair doesn't find it, but following along with you guys, you bring them over. But so what you actually find is, as you're making your way, as you're following the shadow, you're peering into different buildings that the shadow casts its way over. And at first you're not finding anything. It's just like either abandoned buildings or buildings that are like boarded up and like you can't really see into very well, or buildings that are clearly occupied by, again, just like hoodlums and beggars and such. But one of the things that, as we make our way kind of more towards the end of the shadow, is that we make our way through like a tangled wall of apartments and storefronts that kind of end up making a channel. And so it's sort of like like a multi-story section that leads kind of like think of a multi-story section, but it actually goes down instead of up. So it kind of leads us like kind of almost partially below or down to the mud level where the buildings are built, rather than the buildings that are built on top of the ones that are sinking into the muck. And yeah, so like the overall effect is that of a canyon with walls made of like cross-section of, yeah, with like the cross-section of a decaying shanty town rather than like a canyon of stone or rock. So we're basically in this canyon of buildings that kind of naturally forms as we're, the group is searching for the building. And we don't find necessarily like a pulpit in a building, but the one thing we do find that kind of immediately becomes noticeable as we're in this canyon is that there is jutting out from one of the walls of the canyons is actually a boat, or actually I should say like the front of a partially sunken galley that's like jutting out of the ruined jumble of buildings. And there's a plank, like a long wooden plank that crosses the mud and goes to this galley. So what I'll do is I'll move our group to that map.
Is with these people and having boat layers.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of those things where it's like you weren't too sure what to look for while you were looking for it, but once you find it, it's like, oh, completely obvious that like this is the only thing. It's the one thing that like sticks out like a sore thumb, but because it's kind of like at the mud level and kind of sandwiched in between this canyon of this kind of canyon, it's hidden quite well actually. And I'll reveal an area once I
So
get
are
ready.
these buildings like under sea level or something? Or
you are pretty much at sea level.
Okay.
You're in fact exactly at sea level,
right.
with this. Okay. So I'll reveal that, and let me reveal just a little more. So one thing is like this canyon, as you'll notice, like basically became more narrow as you made your way through it. So like the kind of the canyon of buildings, this like dark line is basically like building and debris. And like the more of the buildings are to the right of the map from where we came from. But it basically funnels you into this, this spot where there's this plank here, crossing the mud. Or I guess this is actually water, and then this area here is more like kind of more muddy. And then the plank crosses the water and then goes to this this galley that's jutting out. And in fact, I'll go ahead and reveal just a little more so you can see.
Let me get water quick.
Yeah. So it's basically like a canyon that funnels into another canyon.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And so like again, the walls that you see here are, I mean, at this level that you're at right now, it's basically like ground. Like it is actually kind of more natural. or at least it was a building at one point, but it's decayed and crumbled so much that it's, debris. It's kind of hard to classify it as a building anymore since it's decayed so much. But there are like buildings above you, actual buildings that people, live in and actually have, But you're basically at sea level now, with this galley the front end of the galley just sticking out into the water and again into the decayed remains of old buildings that have crumbled so much that they're hardly recognizable as buildings anymore.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Like the whole dirt and water level like keeps going up, so there's like a lower section to Saltmarsh almost. It's just been like overtaken. Yeah.
Yeah, because the whole town is sinking, like just continually sinking into the water, and they just keep building on top as the building sinks. So you're basically in what was once the actual top layer of the Styes many years ago.
So assuming that this isn't like slippery or anything, I guess like Mo will test it out.
Yeah, so let's see. So that area, so that timber bridge, it sags across the channel. But it seems otherwise stable enough. It is very wet, I guess, and like just kind of soggy, but it seems stable enough.
It's not like the other place where like
where
I didn't even think of it and I just stood up and it's like
Yeah, you think it wouldn't be wise for all of us to walk across it at once, but or at the same time, but maybe one or two people could walk across safely without it.
Yeah, Mo just says like, let me go first or something, like hold off. So I mean, like I don't know the light situation or anything like that, so I'm just gonna roll like a stealth check, but I guess like move up to here or something.
Yeah, that's fine. And it is dark now. By the time we follow the shadow and kind of make our way, there's still a little bit of light, but at the area we're at, a lot of the buildings above kind of block it out now. So it's since the sun is setting, it's getting progressively darker. So yep, you sneak across. You don't hear any loud creaks or anything. Again, the wood is wet, so it kind of masks that. Let me see if there's anything else you notice that's of note at this point. So the one, I guess go ahead and make a perception roll.
Okay.
Okay. The one thing you notice is that there seems to be a lot of like trash and rubble about on the I didn't mean to draw that. On the deck here. But then again, there's trash and stuff out here. You see that over on the ground.
Right.
Out there too. Which you presume is like, well, yeah, it's the Styes, like, and we're on the lower level, like, trash is gonna make its way down here. So yeah, if you're trying to sneak across, that might be like, at that point, you might want to be careful.
Yeah, I guess, I mean, as long as it looks safe, Is this attached to the lower deck or this upper?
Yeah, the lower deck. So like this is actually like
up, like 10 feet or something.
Up up about 10. Yeah.
Or
yeah, Radera will come across, and I guess he'll make a stealth roll too, just following Mo.
Yeah, Mo sends out the hand signal that we didn't arrange at all, and everybody's like, what?
Yeah.
That must mean there's danger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Small Leaf and Elysian. Yeah.
Yeah, she's not really stealthy, but she'll give it a shot.
Are there doors on this main deck?
Yes, that is the other thing. There's a set of double doors over
Okay,
there.
but not right where Mo is.
Not right where Mel is.
Okay.
It looks like there might have been at one point, but they're like they've been completely boarded, or like the area looks like it's been like replaced and boarded up. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say Redair has the mithril armor, so he doesn't have to roll stealth at disadvantage. But yeah, ouch.
Yeah, decent roll too. Absolute garbage.
Yeah. So, at
Are
that
we in
point,
danger?
yes, you are in danger. Dun 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 dun. Remove turns. Yeah. So Alicia makes her way across, and isn't particularly quiet at all.
Like maybe the board's
it's
like a little
mostly-
springy, and she's like kind of bouncing, coming across it. And we're like, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, what do you mean springy? It's gonna be like the dead guy from Moria.
Yeah. It's like
In the
makes her way across and like
oh,
kicks a bunch of like broken glass and
that was like a -20.
yeah. Yeah. It's more like hits some glass and steps on a bottle that just makes a loud like
Yeah.
sound effect. And
The mental natural one on that would be cracks it and there's like no sound at all. Like there's no reaction. She's like, glad nobody heard that.
Yeah, like Pikachu face. Everybody
Yeah.
else, like,
so when
Ow.
when Alicia steps steps on that broken glass
oh,
and shatters it, there is a big pile of whoops, I gotta make that. There's a big pile of rubble up here. And I can't.
Hey Tim, can you stop critting?
There's a.
Christmas
Let me see. There's a big pile of rubble and trash and like just a huge mound of trash up here. Like there's trash littered around on the main deck and on the area kind of out here. But like there's just a huge heap of trash, and 4 Scoom poke their upper bodies out of the trash. They're still standing in it, like covered from the waist down. They pop up and they all have tridents in hand and are ready to throw them. But no surprise round for this. It's pretty much a they were in there, but they basically blew their cover,
Right.
to pop out. So not no surprise round here.
It's gonna be one of those days for you two, and Mo and I are over here like,
Yeah, Redair, notices the Scoom pop up out of the trash and just like kind of. He doesn't look like quite as usual, like eager self to get into combat. He kind of more just like grim faced pulls out his sword and I guess uses his winged boots to fly up to 1, 2, 3. He'll fly over 1, 2 to this far one here, so kind of start wading into the trash a little bit, and just make 2. You know what? No, he'll use a well. Yeah, he'll use Hunter's Mark as a bonus action. Why not? May as well use one spell. at least. And what's their AC? The 18 hits for 12. All right, that's his turn. Small Leaf.
Tim, you alive?
Yep, he was tracing his path.
No.
Yep.
No. Damn microphone. Sorry. Yeah, that's where my 40 move.
Okay. Do you want to double move?
That's right. I have 50. Never mind.
Oh yeah.
Go another 10. Oh, I can get here.
You
Okay.
could double move to the stairs at least.
Mm-hmm.
I don't wanna.
I thought I was controlling Small Leaf.
Yeah. All right. Anything else on your turn, Small Leaf?
Nope.
All right. Alicia next.
All right, so this is a higher elevation.
Yeah, it's about not quite 10 feet.
Okay.
You could like hoist yourself up if you wanted to,
All right.
but it'd be like double. It'd be basically it's not quite 10 feet, but it rounds up, so it'd be like 10, but double. So
Okay. Yeah. I mean, assuming that she knows that they're kind of up there, I don't need to see them in order to fireball them, and I'm going to certainly re-roll some of those.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna re-roll
Overall, that was a below average roll.
the 2,
but-
the 1. Basically, the 2, the 1, the 1, the 1, the 1.
Yeah.
I'm gonna so I'll basically re-roll 3 of those.
All the ones and the twos.
Yeah.
There's 5 of them.
Yep. So 5d6.
Okay.
So basically be 25. 31.
Okay, 31. All right, let me
And
roll.
just fire it in such a way that hits basically this, and especially thinking back to like the time that assassin one kind of popped out of the water and hit Radair. She's like, I'm just gonna hit the whole pool.
Yeah. Okay. So they make dex saves. Now they do have partial cover while they're in the trash. So they add 2 to this roll. But yeah, they partial or half cover gives +2 to AC and dex saves. But I mean, they didn't pass anyway, so
Right.
31. Let's see. So that's that. Yeah, that was a good hit. None of them passed. And then 31, 60. And then the other thing is you've actually, with that fireball, basically blew up all the trash. And, you know, anything that could be burned is burned.
Right.
Anything else, either, you know, shattered, and all the other stuff shattered from the impact. So now they do not get the partial cover, and the area is difficult terrain.
Okay.
Yep. So let's see their turn. Well, the one thing is that there were actually an abnormal number of tridents in the rubble, but those have since kind of blown
Made a
up
frag grenade.
Yeah, got hit with a frag
Tridents.
grenade and have broken or flew off everywhere. So
That's Alicia's legacy. Just gather the weapons in a pile and I'll fireball.
fireball them. Yeah, there are still a few that are usable, but it's like basically like each of them has like 2 tridents that they can use that are actually usable. So the 2 that are I guess the two that are up here will move there through the terrain, and they will that's a melee attack. They're forget it. They're just like you blew our cover, so they're just gonna move. They move 20 feet. So let's see, where were they? Like there and there. Forget where they started initially, but that's fine. 1, 2. This one's basically going to have to take his move to kind of hoist himself down and over. This one's going to want basically double move to, well, that's 2 spaces, move to there out of the rubble. This one's going to move through the rubble there. So we'll start with this guy up here. He is going to throw one of the tridents that he has available to him at Alicia. Pretty solid roll. And then the one that moved down here is not going to throw his trident, but he's going to make attack. So he will use his mind-breaking touch on Mo. Oh, wow. Of course he crits. Although, man, that's a high amount of damage for a first hit.
I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I'm gonna do the
reaction.
Yeah, that thing.
Uncanny dodge.
Right.
It's kind of that's the perfect time to use it. That helps quite a bit actually.
That was a heavy hit. Yeah.
Cuts the damage by 19. Yeah. And then he is going to use his trident two trident attacks against Smallleaf. And Smallleaf's AC is
like 19 or something.
Yeah. Smallleaf, it looks like your AC is 16 for some reason.
It keeps changing every fucking time. I don't know why it does this.
Okay. But it is 18 or 19.
Yeah.
I guess 19. Okay, so just the 26 hits.
And then the levels, like of course it's
Yeah,
because my character sheet's normal or has it, but not the fucking. I don't understand.
The 2.
Yeah. So let's see. That one there is going to throw its trident at Redair and miss, and then the other one is going to attack Redair with all of his attacks. Hi. That was a max roll there. 16 damage. Yeah, I think Redair will just take that. Because that's basically eating through the temp hit points. So he'll do that. Alright, Mo, your turn.
Stab the guy next to me.
Nice.
Or not.
11. Which is a miss.
Yep. I will just mark him as well.
Okay.
Let's get this guy away.
Oh, Redair has to make a con save. I forgot for Hunter's Mark. And fine. Okay, so that guy is marked between Mo and Smallleaf. Redair is going to make 2 attacks. And both hit. That's 27, 37, 43. Okay, so that guy up here is in pretty bad shape. All right, Smallleaf, your turn.
Whee!
I'm gonna say the flurry of blows.
Smack this guy! 21, 17, and another 21.
Yep, all hit.
10, 10,
and
7.
Not quite 10. All right, well that's really good damage. So, all right, he takes those hits.
Persistent Gil is where to do this.
All right, 14 hits. Yep.
Yay! And 5.
Okay. All right. Yep, that guy took a walloping there. And Alicia.
I don't want to use too many spells in this, but these guys do hit pretty hard. I'm thinking about just popping one of these.
Nice.
And
yep, that'll help make sure our attacks hit. So.
And I think Alicia will move.
That's targeting 3, right, Mo?
Yep. Everybody but me.
Okay. And then I'm just going to put the thing on to remind myself that I have Hunter's Mark up.
Yeah, I think Alicia's gonna just come over here and just kind of join the. I think she'll move to. She's gonna move to here to try to back up Radair a little bit because he's up there by himself.
Okay. Let's see.
You gotta
These
touch his
things
action.
get
Actually, I wouldn't have been able to do that without an opportunity attack, so stand there.
All right. Okay. Let's see. So these things get to go. This one is going to drop itself down behind Smallleaf. Yeah, so, and then this one's going to move through the difficult terrain to there. And then, let's see, the one behind Smallleaf is going to attack him first, so it will do all 3 attacks. Oh, man.
God damn.
Consistently high rolls there. That was like no less than a 14 on the d20, and that was like a near max psychic damage roll. I'm telling you, it's the curse of the DM. It's just either your rolls are all like super high or super low the whole session. There's nothing in between.
I have 39 health. That's great.
You can add 14 from the
No,
10.
Because of the-
that's right.
Nice.
I forgot
All
about
right,
that.
let's
just like-
see.
yeah,
the
like
one
pretend like
that
you
is
healed.
here is going to attack Alicia. It'll do the mind-breaking touch first, and the 2 tridents.
Finally made contact with a 28.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, finally. I was 1 off from being a crit. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, well, I haven't rolled like. Well, okay, there was a 6 roll in there, so that's.
Luckily for
okay.
me, I can't be crit though, so.
Yeah, so even if it was a crit. All right, so then the 2 up there are going to attack Radair. What is my AC? 22, so that doesn't hit. Okay, I am going to use the shield now because I don't want to take more hits. That is especially if mind-breaking touch hits, that does a lot of damage. So now they oh my gosh, okay. Well, I'm glad I did that because like all those attacks would have hit except for the 20. That's what I'm talking about. Why are the rolls so high? There's like it's like, and that's like, I know they have +9 to hit, but it's like I'm rolling like no less than like a 10 on most of these attacks. I still take the 10 from the crit though, but that's okay. All right, Mo, your turn. That basically stopped like 40 damage almost, so, or 30 damage. So that's worth a first level spell.
Right.
All right, Mo, your turn.
Trying it again.
All right, yep, that is a hit. And yeah, that's a nice hit. 33.
Big rolls.
Yeah, that guy is almost dead. He is near death.
Yeah, I'll mark him, so Tim, your first attack gets
Oh.
advantage on him.
Yeah. And I gotta roll a con save again, forgot. Yeah, Smallleaf, actually go ahead and roll an attack again because you should have had advantage with your attack last round. Just to see if you get a crit. I mean, you already hit, but go ahead and just make a roll. Okay.
25.
Normal, so that's fine. Okay, Radair's going to make his attacks against the guy in front of him. And one's a miss, the other hits. Oh, yeah. Hunter's Mark. 19. So yeah, that guy is near death too, the one up here. So, okay, Smallleaf, your turn, and your first attack gets advantage. If you choose to attack that guy.
I will get advantage. Yay! There's the crit.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't mean
Yes,
to put
the
over a
crit
second one.
for us.
My bad.
Yeah, 15 would still hit, so we'll keep it. Although, roll your damage on that guy, because you're probably going to kill him with the crit damage.
Holy shit! 31? Man, we're in the 30 territory now for attack rolls.
Yep, that first hit
Jesus,
kills him.
I know what the ACL my monsters are gonna be. Jesus.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, even with like, these enemies basically have +2 to hit more than they would normally have, but like,
Right.
just with the high rolls, it's just like, man. But it's like, I mean, thankfully, besides their one like mind-breaking touch, which does a lot of damage, their trying attacks don't do much. But it's like these guys don't do much else besides do damage. So, but it's like, yeah, when we're doing plus 31 to hit, it's like.
Can we balance the game around things have less AC when I hit them versus when Small Leaf hits them?
Oh yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's like with the magic items we have, it's like Small Leaf just has mad offense. Alicia and Radair have mad defense. Mo just has like the CCs,
hodgepodge.
the hodgepodge.
Mo has the nuke button. If he gets that sneak attack,
yeah, if I actually
so
hit
just,
and it crits, then it's just like fucking lights out on one guy. But
yeah. So it's just like, yeah, like I said before, I basically gave these guys a little bit more HP and increased their proficiency by 2. So it's like they have a better chance to hit. They take an extra hit or 2, and their damage isn't anymore, but it's just more likely that they'll hit. But it's like these guys would be a cakewalk without that. Okay, Small Leaf. Yeah, so you kill that guy. You have your other attack that hit, so you can roll damage on the guy behind you.
And that one hit.
Yep, and that hits as well.
And that one hits. We're going to hit this guy with all of these other 3. So yep. 13, 5, and 8.
Okay, 26. All right. I mean, when you throw like Alicia's Bless in there, like we'll hit. Well, yeah, like I said, I didn't increase their AC at all, so it's like we'll eat through that extra HP they have. But like I said, I'm giving you more experience, so we're leveling up faster. So there is that. All right, Alicia, your turn.
All right, so Alicia is going to come up here and climb over this wall.
Okay. Yep, and again, that's 20 move to get to go the vertical.
Yeah, so that's her whole move basically, but she'll just plop down here and let's do a whack of the
Sun Sword. Yep, hit. 7.
Lowest roll possible. Hey, when my minimum's a 7 on damage, it's not too bad.
No, not at all.
Being a support sorcerer
who's not doing damage via a spell, that's pretty good. All right, do you have your bonus action?
I do.
Yeah, and that is, remind me again, they make a strength. I
make an athletics, and they can make, I think it's an athletics or a dex.
Yeah, it's athletics or acrobatics. But this guy will make athletics. Man, they only get +4 to that roll, so it's like, again, come on, beat that roll. Knock them down.
Come on, athletics. Oh, no.
I was gonna say, I've been rolling really high on the d20s for these guys. Let's see, their turn. Okay, so one of them is dead. The one that is next to Small Leaf will attack him.
Tim, is your internet screwing up?
No, why?
It said on my screen you left roll 20.
Oh,
nope,
yeah.
I'm still here, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see him.
Uh-oh, that might mean I left roll 20.
Yeah.
I see everybody still here but...
-6, another fucking 7.
Alright, the one that you attacked, Alicia, is going to attack you back.
And fail.
Yeah, finally, there's the low rolls. But again, it's like, see how it's like in a series of them? Okay, now the next guy's going to attack Radair. Why? Okay, I'm just going to take the damage. Well, I can't block the crit, but let's see, that's 29. I'm not wasting a first level spell to block 8 damage. So many high rolls against us. Okay, so I'm down to 41 hit points. I guess that makes sense, though. Okay, Mo, your turn.
Getting beaten up over here.
Yeah. Oh, so I'm sorry, wait, Radair has to make a con save, keep forgetting. And he fails on the... I think because it's 10 or half the damage dealt? No, I think it's half the damage dealt, not the full damage.
Yeah, 10 or half.
Yeah, okay, so he actually passes, so just barely.
Very
okay.
close.
And actually, he should have advantage on that because of Warcaster, so just oh, and plus Bless, I forgot. No, because Bless affects saving throws, right?
Yes, bless the
Yeah,
saving
so
throws as well.
okay, yeah, so clearly passes. So nice. Okay, Mo, your turn.
There's a 14 hit.
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh, nice 20. Okay.
20. If
Okay.
anything, I'm gonna mark the guy up here
Okay.
between them.
Yeah, let's see. Radair's gonna attack the guy in front of him because he's near death. So we'll make one attack, and that hits even without bless. And this thing was like near death, so that's enough damage to kill it. And then he'll get his next attack on the guy that Mo marked with advantage. All right, that is a hit. And bonus action to shift Hunter's mark. So 24. Yeah.
Those 2 max rolls.
Nice.
Indeed.
Okay. And up Small Leaf.
Small Reef.
Yeah, this guy's badly injured, so. Yep, and 14 hits with that, even without bless, so you're good.
14. 8. And a 6.
Okay, so that's basically 2 14s is 28. That guy is near death.
God damn it. We'll use another key point.
Which this
23.
Yeah, roll damage and that'll kill him.
I guess you have 10 key points now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet because it was like before it was like, you know, at level 1, what you have like 1 key point or
Yep.
2 key points. So it's like, yeah, you get an extra attack here or there, but now it's just like you can just throw key points around whenever you want. Okay, Alicia.
That's because, like, all my extra stuff, like my, like, disengage and all that is key points. It's like, worst comes to worst, it's like, I need them!
You have plenty of key points now to do that, so. All right, Alicia, yeah.
I'm gonna switch it up and Sacred Flame.
All right, dex save.
Dodge
These
this.
things have a terrible dex, so.
Now I'm gonna try to shove him.
All right.
No.
What?
My athletics is so bad.
Yeah, he remains unshoved.
Darn it. I need to get proficiency in strength or
Yeah, athletics.
in athletics now.
He will turn his attack to you. And attack.
Yeah.
Do you want to?
No, I'll take it. It's I still have 1 temp point, so I'm just gonna be taking
Okay.
11 damage on that.
Okay.
I'm gonna be taking 15 damage on that.
Yep, and there's finally a low roll.
Yep, I'll take it.
Okay.
Oh, I would rather just use a 2nd level spell and heal up.
Yeah, probably. Honestly, it's probably more efficient.
Yeah.
All right, Mo.
I'm gonna do some rogue stuff, and yeah, suddenly I'm making a longbow attack.
Ooh, okay, and that is a hit. Ooh, nice sneak attack for 28. Yeah, this guy is near death.
And mark.
All right.
Paichaki.
Rudair will attack him, and that's a hit. He's already marked, and that's enough to kill him because he was near death. So.
What was the article for Mark Paichaki?
He was, I think, some kind of like art critic or something.
Right.
All right, we slay the last Skoom, and all is quiet.
I'm gonna search.
Yeah. All right. You go ahead and make an investigation.
Investigate.
You're just searching like around the rubble and trash.
Is this me or Alicia?
Or Alicia.
Yeah. I was gonna say upper deck. Upper
Yeah.
deck probs.
Sorry, I was trying to find the Mark by Chalky
Yeah, right.
article.
Okay.
It was more about like what we typed in, and then we just picked like
Oh
the
wait, you
first
said
name
you're
we
gonna
saw.
search for the article, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I thought you meant investigate like the deck.
Oh
No,
no.
I'm searching for the Mark Paichalki because I searched whatever his voice line was, like his like
Right.
it was like
Fall before the
it was like
righteous.
brave hero or like something like that. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine was the evangelist.
Yeah, that's right. Time to lay down my head.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna try to find it. I guess if we're gonna just kind of chill here for a second, Alicia will drop out of the dirt and start. If everybody's gonna kind of investigate, start casting a second level prayer of healing. So.
Mm-hmm.
As long as we don't get attacked for 10 minutes.
I'll risk it.
Okay. Yeah, Radar's gonna step down from the upper deck and just like slump to the ground and just say, "Oh man, I don't know if I can. I'm off my game. What if I mess up again? Ugh. Guys, I'm having doubts. I don't know.
So
Ever since that thing almost killed me, I've never felt fear like that before.
is this can I do like an insight on Rodare
Yeah.
or something? Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you're not sure outside of what you can see.
Yeah. Yeah, Mo's like, he seems kind of weird, but then again, I don't know Rodare that well, so so really, it's the I guess he would come up here and see this. He didn't investigate up here. He will do that. Because if there's treasures in this trash.
Yeah. Yeah, so you find a smattering of about like 20 gold pieces in there. Or coinage that adds up to 20 gold pieces. Right. And then like I said, there's like 2 or 3 tridents that are still usable, but the rest of it is just garbage, and nothing really stands out to you as like ooh, gee, there seems to be a lot of this type of garbage. It's just a lot of garbage.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I take the coins as the win, so I'm like, hey.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. So really, the next fixture is the door.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Which, with your investigation, I'll let you keep that roll for it. So the door is locked, and the doors are made out of wood. So if you can't pick your way through, you could at the very least smash your way through.
Right.
Given that, like, yeah, they're locked, and given like they seem to be sturdy enough to do their job, but obviously, like, considering the dilapidated condition that everything is in, like, they're still, they could be broken through if you really wanted to.
Mo's gonna wait for the spell to be over, and then we can
and 10 minutes goes by and Alicia does finish the casting of the spell.
Okay,
cool. So let me go ahead and actually cast the spell. Healing. 23, everybody.
Nice.
Holy shit.
I am over, so never mind. It's so deep. I just added it, and it's like, yeah, good use of a second level spell slot.
Yeah. Radair's like, if there's not too much of a hurry, could we just wait here a bit and maybe rest up? I need to catch my breath. Meaning a short rest and spend some hit dice. In metagame terms.
Alicia's in no hurry.
Let's see. All right. So I will. Is that okay with Mo and Smallleaf?
For a short rest?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah, Tim, you're healed 23, by the way.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I
Radair
didn't see your health move, so...
So yeah, another hour goes by, and by this point, it's dark out. We don't and all is really quiet now. So Radair will spend some hit dice. Let's see, 16.
If we're on short rest, we get the temp hit points back if anybody lost any.
Yeah, Radair lost all of them, so
Right.
he will definitely take those, and I'll spend another hit dice.
Oh, and the bless is
Okay,
gone, I
and
guess.
now...
We get, 14 back then there?
14.
Yeah.
Very good short rest.
Yeah. All right. Yep, so, Radair's back to full. Smalley, do you want to spend any hit dice? Because you took some hits there. Hey, Tim. Oh, and Bless wears off by this point,
Right.
too.
I have 63. Well, I guess I could use some hit dice.
Yeah, I mean, we barely ever use hit dice, so it's like...
We haven't used hit dice for, since, I want to say, we haven't used it for, the hit dice for, the last 3 adventures.
Right.
74. I'll deal with 74
Maybe
help.
once in that time.
I'll roll one more.
But yeah, I mean...
I think I remember using some whenever we were holed up next to the potatoes, but...
Yeah, we did short rest
84.
once, because we short rested because we didn't want to go down into the
into the basement
into the
area.
cellar if there was something bad. Because I think we... And I, if I remember right, it wasn't like we lost a bunch of health in a single fight. It was just we had gotten worn down a little bit over the course of the couple fights we had on the island. So yeah, but I think that's pretty good. If we're burning into hit dice that a little bit, that's pretty good. Okay. So yeah, Radair stands up and says, "Okay, hey, thanks everyone. I think I'm ready to continue." And thanks, Mo, for the
words of encouragement that prevent damage somehow.
Yeah. Thanks for the motivational speech, I think.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think
anyway,
I'm
for
ready.
Radair, yeah, it's like, alright.
Yeah.
So I finally remembered it, and the article was called "Reserved Polish Fashion Chain Moves into BHS Flagship Store," and Mark Chalky is the CEO of a Polish fashion company.
Right.
That's what it was. I had to figure out what his voice was because I just searched "Reserved Guardian" and that was the first name that appeared. So I guess kind of since it's dark now, Alicia will have the sun sword out and at least have dim light on herself.
Okay. Yep. Dim light. And okay. So Mo, do you have... Oh, I forget. Did you take proficiency with thieves' tools at some point?
I did at expertise at level 6. I took thieves tool and stealth.
Okay. Yeah, so you could attempt to lockpick the
Yep.
door, or
Do it.
Redare or Alicia could attempt to break through it.
A 21.
All right, a 21. Yep, you pick the lock on the door,
It's
and
not good enough.
it is open.
This is a masterwork. Demon level 3 lock.
Do you open the doors?
Now that it's picked, I think Redare can open up the doors.
Okay. Yeah, Redare will step up, and being cautious, he will take a... Well, I guess with your investigation before, you didn't find any traps on the door, so...
Right.
I was going to say...
Although
so
he
Redare
has
would've-
bad luck with traps, so...
Yeah.
It's no solace.
Yeah. So yeah, Redare opens the door. Yeah, and this hallway reveals a short hallway, and it reeks of mildew and rotting fish. The walls are severely stained, and the ceiling sags where pockets of water and fungus weigh it down. Yeah, Redare just kind of goes, "Oh, that's an unpleasant odor," but
Right.
looking at the rest of the group, he just says, "Well, I guess we proceed." Redare's going to search for traps, though, because he's... Again, well, and he should not have had advantage, but we'll take the 2. He does not find anything as he starts making his way through the hallway. He gets up to the next door and does not stumble across any traps, so far so good. And then he checks the door, and it is not locked, but he doesn't open it yet. He just kind of... Actually, I guess I'll make a stealth roll just to, like, you know, quietly check the handle.
Right.
And then he turns back and, you know, just kind of steps back and whispers and says, "It's not locked."
Alicia's gonna move like here, but not into the hallway. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Is there space, like, I don't know, here's like usual D&D stuff, but like, is there space like under the door, or like a keyhole you can look through, or anything like that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, there is space. There's a you know, like enough of a gap, and like maybe like a loose board or a broken piece of board that you can look through to peek under.
Yeah, I'll totally do that. Perception or something, or...
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception roll, because that's, you know, tough to... Ooh, nice. I was gonna say, yeah, it's a tough angle to see.
You want me to make another one? No, I'm just kidding.
No, you don't need to.
Yeah, I'm like...
Yeah, so you notice when you peek underneath the door that you see that there is blood on the floor, like smeared blood, all over the place.
Right.
And there seems to be like patterns, like that spiral design.
Yeah.
Of like the waved spiral of Tharizdun over there. There's you spot a few chairs and benches arranged in a semicircle.
Are they nice?
Facing away from you. And actually, I'll go ahead and kind of reveal like the kind of what you can see from here. You see that there's some stairs in the distance that go down. Or at least it looks like it goes down, because you just kind of see over, and there's a little bit of a gap where there was floor. And you see that about here... where's my clicker at? About here, there's something hanging from the ceiling. Some sort of sea creature maybe, or bones, but you can't see much more than that because of the angle you're at. Even with the perception, like the perception 25, because it's kind of hanging up, it's a bit of an awkward angle. But you can, at least with that good perception roll, make out that there's something hanging from the ceiling there.
Right. I would just tell Redare that There's some.
You don't see anybody, so that's one other thing to note. Like I will
Right.
point out.
I don't see anybody, but there's some like culty ritual stuff going on.
Of course, we're into the cultist.
Yeah. If anything, I mean, like I don't know if Mo has like a name for it or something, but like, his divine sense, like do you detect any otherworldly creatures or anything? And then he's gonna come out here and tell.
Yeah. Oh, Mo. One other thing you actually hear something with that perception. I'll point out is that you when you're at the door, you hear that it sounds like the floor or like the ground underneath this area is hollow, and you hear water. You hear like water and something and like splashing or movement of water beneath us.
Like something treading water or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we had the cannon right now.
Yeah, I mean he'll convey that as well because we don't need people bursting out of the floorboards and surprising us.
Which, right as you convey that, something bursts out of the floorboards and surprise. Well, because you're aware of it, we're luckily not surprised.
Right.
I quit.
Yeah. So let's go
My
ahead
characters
and,
have a bad track record for just getting jumped.
Yeah. Like I said, you are aware of it, so there is no surprise round, thankfully. Oh, I need to bring up the creature.
Imagine just playing a really cynical character, and it's like the feat is it's like you can't be surprised for alert, but it's not because you're like actually alert, like something like burst through the floor, and you're like, of course something burst through the floor.
You just are always expecting the worst.
Yeah, I feel like the ultimate pessimist.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Smallleaf, go ahead and roll initiative as well.
I did.
Oh, you did?
It was.
Yeah, I'm a 15.
Oh no, Mo needs
Yeah,
to.
I was gonna say it was me who didn't.
I was gonna say I saw. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Makes sense that you would be most active.
Yeah, if anything, I wouldn't be surprised if.
Let's see. So one thing I need to do is how do I draw a circle? Oh, there we go. I need it. Well, I need it to be circular. I think I hold Alt, if I remember correctly.
You could also just put a random shape in and then give it an aura as well. And
if you get a knife and carve a circle in your screen, all you can see is circle.
All the circle.
Yeah. All become circle.
Okay.
And this. It bursts through, completely centered right here. Right in this circle.
Why can't I select the? I can't select the circle.
A lady with hair grabs you.
Well. What do we have here?
Sorry, I need to. It's giving me a tough time selecting this circle. I need to place it right there, but all of us were in the way, so. It won't let me select it unless I highlight the whole thing.
My proportions.
Yeah. There we go. Put the circle down. Fit us back. There we go. There. Much better. Okay. So, I will explain what happens.
What the fuck?
And then I will reveal the entire circle around it. So there's basically a chamber underneath this section of the hallway, and it's about a 40-foot diameter circular chamber, and 4 chuls, which we've fought one of these before, in that the one underwater area when we were looking for the gems for Smallleaf. We fought one of them. except now there are 3 of them or 4 of them here, and they basically come up from beneath and like tear away at all the floorboards,
Right.
and pull us into this chamber of water. The water is 40 feet deep, and there's about maybe 5 feet. Yeah, there's 5 feet of a gap between the floor and the water. So we are now, it's a 25-foot deep area. So Mo, because you were the one who was like actively aware, like because you rolled so high on initiative and
Right.
were aware of what's beneath, I'll give you a dex saving throw to see if you can jump away through
okay.
here.
Even
And
before that,
because of where you're positioned too.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Redair doesn't really have much of a choice. He's just
I'm
going down. So there's nowhere
I'm gonna
to...
preemptively put this on my character, and then yeah. Okay, dex saving throw coming
Yep.
up.
All right. It's enough where you can basically grab onto the edge, like you're basically hanging on the doorway.
Right.
Yeah, so you're not like completely like there, but you're hanging above the, hanging from the doorway. Like I said, Redair falls into the water, and unfortunately, he has his cloak of whatever, the cloak of protection on, not the cloak of the manta ray.
Right.
So he does not have swimming speed or anything like that right now, but it's a cloak. He can use and interact with an object to pull it out, and his whole turn to take off the one and tie on the other, because luckily it doesn't require attunement, so if he needs to have a swim speed. But yeah, it is your turn.
Do I fall in? I miss it.
No, you managed to grab onto the edge, so you're like hanging. You're like, you're not on this space yet, but you're hanging there, so you could pull yourself up with I guess like 5 feet of move.
Yeah. Okay. If anything, I'm gonna do, hoping that they have eyes or whatever. I'm gonna do the shotgun thing and try to blind them all. Like, I don't really know what to do for him. Like, aside from maybe like throwing down a rope or something, but I feel like he wants to get out rather than fighting, but I don't know. I'm not sure.
So one thing is, these 2 here are underneath the overhang. I guess you could kind of flash it down, but I guess they'll get their saving throw like usual, and they may have partial, what is it, a Constitution save?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it'll just be the con save. I'm not going to give them any sort of bonus or anything for being under there.
Yeah, so I'll just yell the normal stuff to Redair to like close eyes or something, and assuming that they don't know common, then...
Yeah, let me see if they do. They do not. So yeah, Redair will get advantage, I guess, on the saving throw.
Right.
But let's see. Okay, so what's the range on that? I think they're all affected.
30-foot cone.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much everybody's affected then. Con save.
Oh, Jesus. Come on.
Oh, of course. Like I said, the high rolls today, these guys don't have that. I mean, they have a so-so con. And Redair gets advantage. Watch, here's where it's like, oh, good. I was going to say, like, watch him roll like a 2, and then you blind him and not them. Targets are blinded for 1 minute, so
there's no... Yeah, it's hit or miss.
No alternate effects. Okay.
I will mark the one that is closest to Redair, and then end turn.
Okay. Let's see. These
back.
things go. Okay, so the one that is next to Ridair will attack him. So these things make 2. Let me make sure no advantage. Okay, 2 pincer attacks. I think Ridair is going to blow a spell slot because he's just like, no, there's no way I'm going to be grappled or restrained, more out of like the sudden response of like, oh crap, what's happening? I'm falling, like shield, and to avoid the grapple. The next one is going to swim over and try to attack him, but again, shield. The one that is next to Mo is going to basically swim up like 5 feet because it's basically at water level from breaking the floor. And then it's going to try to attack Mo. Okay, so, and actually when you're grappled, hold on. When you're grappled, they may have advantage on the attack against. I forget to look up that condition because I always get that confused with restrained condition. Oh, okay, speed becomes 0. That's all. Okay, so the Chul that's right here attacks Mo and hits him, I guess, for 25 damage. And then if it's grappling you, it can make an attack with its tentacles. So you have to make a con save. Jordan, are you there? Hello? Anyone?
I'm here.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if maybe my internet was cutting out or maybe
No.
Jordan is. Sounds like he might be. Because he's not responding. All right. So I'll have the next Chul attack Ridair. And he's shielding and his AC is greater than that, so he's fine. We'll come back to Jordan when he's back. Okay, Alicia, your turn.
All right. So upon seeing the floor break out, yeah, Alicia would step up, and I guess Mo is grappled, so she sees that, and she sees Ridair kind of surrounded, and she thinks for a minute, it's like, what do I like?
Oh, sorry,
no.
didn't mean to.
Yeah, it's like I'm not sure what to do, and then it just all of a sudden becomes clear. It's like she sees like Ridair down there with like no doesn't have the manta ray on, and
Oh, nice.
we're gonna go ahead and I don't know if I want to twin that or not. I basically I would like to know if Mo is poisoned before I do it.
I'll go ahead and roll his con save.
Okay.
Just so we can keep things moving while he's sorting out internet problems. So he's got to make a Constitution roll. Okay. Yep, he's safe. So he is not poisoned.
All right. He's still grappled though, so I don't.
If you polymorph him, that would definitely break the grapple.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just twin it because why not? I'm already blowing the spell slot, so I might as well just make it a big one. So, Gator Golf, just make them.
Yeah, so that's the T-Rex stats.
Yeah. And I do believe you also get to be, you're considered huge, or
yeah,
you are considered huge. So
yeah, so these things are large. So
you are bigger than they are.
Yeah. So basically, just get shunted. I guess they'll kind of.
Alicia would get pushed in a direction as well. You can tell
Yeah.
me the direction I get shoved.
So Mo will grow. Come on, go there.
What the shit?
Yeah, you come back and your character's huge. I guess did your internet cut out or something, or you were having?
No, I went to the bathroom and then cleaned up stuff
Oh,
for dinner.
I forgot you said that. Or maybe I didn't hear it. So what happened was one of the Chuls attacked you, hit you with its pincer attack,
Okay.
and both hit. It was 25 damage total.
Okay.
And then it grapples you when it hits. And then if you're grappled, it gets to use its tentacle ability, which potentially poisons you, but you saved against it. And then Alicia twinned polymorph and turned both of us into alligator crocodiles using the T-Rex stats.
Okay.
Which frees you from the grapple because they can't grapple something that's a larger size than them.
Okay. Recorded the damage.
Yep.
Yep, that's Alicia's turn.
All right, and small leaf.
That's the highest definition Redair I've ever seen.
And a small leaf. Are you there, Tim? Oh no, maybe. Okay, good. I was gonna say no. Don't tell me we lost you.
Comcast.
I'm like too far away to do anything, so I'm gonna like move here and just watch, because I don't think I can get by Mo in his T-Rex form.
Right now.
So, I hang out.
All right.
Maxin', relaxin'.
Okay. Yeah, let's see. Redair being turned into a. Hold on, I'm just making a note here. I decided to stat up the attacks so I can click them instead of
Right.
having to type them in every time. Yeah, so Redair is now a crocodile. He will get his 2 attacks. I guess he'll attack the one in front and the one down below. And, whoops, that would be the tail. So bite the first guy. Now these guys are large, so we can't grapple them when we bite. But still, that's okay. We can still do damage. And quite a lot of damage there, 24.
Yeah, the bite still does a pretty hefty chunk of damage.
Yeah, and then the tail on the next guy, which is 27 to hit and 15.
This also renders us immune to the poison that they do, because that paralyzed condition would be really bad really fast.
Yeah, in the water too, like.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Nice. All right, Mo, your turn.
Gonna do some crocodile stuff. Where is it? A wall of Heroescape stuff. A questionable GIF. Holy shit.
Ooh, that's a crit.
God.
Oh, crap. That's going to do so much damage. But both hit.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Bye, Chew.
Oh, no. Alright, let's double that.
Oh my god.
Wow. 79 damage.
Yep.
Wait, oh my gosh. Okay, plus another 21. Yeah, that thing is dead.
Champ.
100. Yeah.
That's a good point. Maybe I should load this attack as like one of Mo's attacks. Like,
Alicia just cringes when she hears that crunch, just like.
It's like,
I just swallowed that bitch.
exoskeleton.
Fucking just gullet him.
Alicia feels queasy.
Just like that guy's grandfather who got gored by a russet potato. That guy just.
It's funny because we fought one of these when we were like level 3 or level 2, maybe level 3, I think.
Right.
2 or 3. And now we're fighting like 4 of them, and you just like one shot.
Yeah, right.
Now Mo does 100 damage with a single turn.
Get power creeped, bitch.
I like it. I like it when see, that's the one thing I do like about 5th edition is like these enemies that were tough when we were lower level are now like common enemies, but they still actually
yeah.
Granted, like you just one shot it, and we have plenty of spells to deal with them. So like they're basically mook enemies now. I mean, they can still do some damage. Don't get me wrong, but like they're not like a boss fight. They're just all 3 Chuls are going to, considering Radair's the only target, they're going to all attack him. And then let me see, T-Rex AC is a little lower.
It's like 16 or something?
13.
Okay.
So.
Give him too much crit.
But that's okay. I mean, it's 10. They have 136 hit points, so.
Yeah.
See all the pins. Okay, nice.
Yeah, just made it so I didn't have
So
to scroll up.
so we can find them again.
And I pinned the main Heroescape one as well.
Okay, very nice. Okay, so let's see. So what do we got? 21. Some low rolls there. 29 damage. Okay, so half of them hit. 21, that's like nothing though compared to the
drop in the bucket.
Crocs. Yeah, Crocs hit points. All right, I'll just have that on hand. Okay, Alicia.
Alicia's still kind of like reeling from that crunchy sound, so she's gonna like kind of maybe peek over and try to do just a firebolt. It's like at the one right here, and then move back so she doesn't end the space in the square.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. I mean that's a hit. Yeah, because it's a crit.
You miss.
Or yeah, 22 damage.
Not only do you miss, but they have resistance / invulnerability to fire damage.
After the, like peeking back, then yeah, Alicia is just gonna like kind of back up beside Small Leaf and be like, I'm gonna let Mo handle that. Just assuming like Mo hits and yeah, just the crunch and it just falls limp. Like, okay.
What was the card name again?
For the creature we're using?
Yeah, the base.
T-Rex.
Or no, I mean the Magic the Gathering card.
It was
right.
Let me find it real quick.
You pasted it. I could probably just do from up here.
It was like River or something.
Technically, that one should be there because.
Oh, there we go. Crocodile of the Crossing.
Yeah, that's it. Crocodile of the Crossing. So yeah, that's Alicia's turn then, so it's up to Small Leaf after she's...
Yep, okay. Yep, Small Leaf.
Oh, that's random. It like posted a message in Discord that I pinned it.
Yeah.
Delete. Wonder if I can change that.
What is Smallleaf doing on his turn?
I'm just gonna hold my action.
Yeah, chilling
Okay.
with Alicia.
Okay. Till there is a space. All right, let's see. Radair is going to attack. Oh, man. There it is. Unfortunately, the 15 does not hit. These things have high AC for an enemy, but still, I think... let's see. Was that a... Oh, wait a minute. I rolled for the bite. I was like, that looks like surprisingly low damage, but... Oh, man, and that was like... Wait, 3d8? Why is that on... That should be 4d8. Or wait. What? Wait a minute. What?
The damage on the T-Rex tail.
Oh wait, I'm rolling. Yeah, I'm rolling for. I'm
3d8+7.
trying to roll. Oh wait, I crit on the tail, not the bite. Oh okay. Sorry, I thought I crit on the bite because I. Oh, I have them. Okay, I have them on. Oh, I have them labeled differently. That's why. Ugh, that should
They're
be
backwards.
the. Yeah, that should be the bite, and that should be the tail. Okay, so the tail is the one that crit. Okay, and that's why that's low. So that should be the first roll, which is the 32. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, well, that one is almost dead. 32. And then the bite, which he'll attack a different creature, even though that one's almost dead, should be that, which is 36. Actually, no, he'll attack the same one. Why not? Just kill it. All right, Mo.
I think I can squeeze through that, right?
Yeah, you can squeeze.
Bloop.
And then, yeah, now you're in the chamber that's big enough for you.
Can I just say, twinning polymorph like this and just having you guys go to town is like way more damage than like a fireball?
Yeah, it is incredibly effective. I mean, like, when you think about it, it's like 1 4th level spell that with a few sorcery points thrown at it. It's like we don't even take damage, basically, because it's our polymorphed form that does so. We basically auto-win the fight when you cast that.
I am taking up your turns as well, but yeah, the trade-off is kind of like you're not even in the fight yet. The T-Rexes are in the fight in your stead, and then you come in.
And that's 62 damage. Oh my gosh. This thing is near death. I mean, we do like 3/4 of its health, or half its health in damage on a regular hit. Okay, so the one is going to attack Radair. And that's up top there. And that is 28 damage to him on his croc form. Wait a minute. Yeah, 28. Okay, and then the other one will attack Mo for 18.
Okay.
And we're back to Alicia.
I just had the thought that I wanted to do this for Discord. And then,
oh yeah.
Yeah, Alicia's just gonna ready her action, and if things go, like, basically if anything spawns in here, she's going to cast like a say like a, not Word of Radiance, Sacred Flame.
Okay.
That's her turn. So there's...
Wait, did you roll for Sacred Flame? I don't...
No, she's gonna hold her action, and
Oh,
like
okay.
if like the floorboards like bust out here or anything,
Oh, okay.
she'll
Yeah, I
cast.
missed that part. Sorry. Okay.
Or actually, if the floorboards break out here, she's going to cast Radiant Soul, so she gets her wings and she doesn't fall.
Okay. Good move.
Otherwise, I'm just like, I got nothing else to do. You guys got this handled.
All right, Smallleaf. Anything on your turn or holding an action?
I'm still holding an action.
Okay. Okay, back to Redair. He
Tim,
will
this
make
isn't
hit-
Braveheart. Hold. Hold.
Let's see. I guess he will bite the one that is near death. Of course, it would be a crit, which I don't need because it does like all of its health.
Oh my god.
I mean, it is very dead. You hear another crunch, loud snap through the air.
We're sending a message.
Yeah, and then
You see
tail.
it fringes again. Just like, ugh.
14 misses, but that's okay. All right, Mo.
Crit.
Crit. Yep, both hit.
It looks like the exact same roll as last time.
Okay, 49.
23, 25.
Okay. Well, it's going to get a turn, and it's going to keep attacking Redair. And both hit for 24. Okay. And Alicia?
I'm just grabbing these crits. I'm just like,
Small leaf?
yep, I'm just doing the same.
Yeah. Holding
Okay.
action?
Yep.
I mean, it's going to be dead. Like, Redair gets one more attack. Yeah. 24, and that is just enough to kill it. It's exactly the hit points it had. So it, with two more, with a bite, another bite, and a tail slap, it keels over dead.
You all should have stayed under the floor.
Yeah, they probably should have.
So, assuming that round took, less than 30 seconds, or, even if it did 30 seconds, you guys have 9.5 minutes, or actually, not in a half minutes. You guys have, 59.5 minutes. Yeah. Of alligator form, so.
Totally soaking wet. Gonna just burst through this door and slam my wet body down on this blood ritual bullshit that's going on over here.
Okay, hold on. I need to check something here. Okay. Yeah, so in this room.
Yeah, provided nothing stops me, Alicia is gonna put on her Manta Ray cloak, dive into the water, just shoot across, and then just pop up over here and swap her cloak back. Zoom.
Okay, so I'll reveal that.
She'll stop
Okay, so in this room, now that you have a better view of it, again, you pretty much you got a really good view before when you peered under the door, but now you can see that it's like not only is the floor covered with the symbols of Thara's Dune, but the walls and ceiling are as well, and there's blood smeared on the walls too. Again, there's some chairs and benches in a semicircle right here. And then right here, I'll actually go ahead and put it on the map, just so it's there.
We found our new pews.
Yeah, there is a switch there. There is a shark, and actually, it's the corpse of a shark hanging from the ceiling. And where does it say? Yeah, the shark has Where does it say that? I know I read that here before. Here we go. Yeah, so it... Oh, wait, it hangs... I'm sorry, yeah, it's actually back a little more. Yeah, so it hangs kind of above the stairs, or the front of the stairs. And it's a rotting carcass, and it has a bunch of skulls attached to the like the underside of it, or on the side of it. Um, and they're various humanoid skulls.
Is it too big for me to eat?
It's about the same size as you. It's a very large shark, it's huge size like you.
Guess I'll hit it with my tail to like knock it down then or something.
Yep. You knock it off of its supports very easily, and skulls break loose. The skull, some of the skulls that are hanging onto it break loose and tumble across the floor.
Yeah, assuming nothing bad happens like that, I'm probably just gonna transform back.
Okay.
Go gadget normal.
Yeah, Redair's gonna move up into here and just kind of remain on the alert. Okay, so yeah, I guess Alicia would have to stop concentrating on the spell for us to, or when you're polymorphed, I guess that's when
that's a good question.
Yeah, she would have to end concentration on it.
Yeah, and by this point, after enough time, I'm sure that we've developed some kind of system that, it's like...
when.
Just like the dead stare and just be like... I guess Alicia's gonna kind of like, if there's like ritual anythings, I know you said it's like kind of all over, yeah, she's just gonna take a couple seconds to do some, like prestidigitation, just like, if there's like any obvious like large symbols, just like kind of remove smudges from them. They'll like you clean a soiled object and be like, we'll kind of disrupt that. If there's like a rune there, we'll maybe disrupt like that up there. Just kind of like.
Okay. Yep. So you you proceed to use your prestidigitation to clean up the blood and the muck. And again, this area is just as damp and as the other places. Not as much fungus, but yeah. Yep.
I can't scale myself down. So.
Oh right.
Is there any like bodies here? Like there's skulls, obviously you said attached to the shark, but is there like anything else? Like there's no like corpses, right?
No, besides the skulls, no, there are no, and the shark carcass, there are no corpses.
I guess Alicia will like, if like the skulls kind of got knocked around a little bit, she'll maybe like approach like one of the skulls and like pick it up and just see like, does it seem like it's like a fresh skull, like, or is this like old, like is this kind of like is this like ancient ritual, or are these like flesh or fresh blood sacrifices?
Or are these lantern ghosts killing skulls?
Make an
medicine
investigation roll. Or I guess investigate.
Yeah.
You're not too terribly sure on the age of the skulls.
Guess Alicia would kind of like turn back to the group and be like, anybody know how to like tell how old kind of
I guess you could use survival too. That would if you have proficiency with it.
I think medicine might count.
Or if it's higher, I should say. If your survival roll would have been better, I'll let you roll that instead.
It would have been higher by 1, so...
okay. Yeah, it wouldn't have been enough then.
Yeah, that's not enough to grant me, essentially, advantage. by letting me roll again, so...
What do you think about medicine from the point of view of, like, doctor?
Yeah, I would allow medicine.
See, now you would think that I have proficiency in medicine.
Yeah.
I actually took Arcana instead of medicine only because most of her healing would have come from her magical nature as opposed to like
knowing
physical
anything.
one.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, she's not a trained like she can't be like, well, this like this herb cures. She's just like, magic that cured it. So I'll just take my investigation and say she doesn't know.
Okay. Kader's gonna take a look. His survival is a little better, so I'll roll by one.
I'm just thinking Radar's like, I've seen plenty of innocent corpses in my day. It's like,
Yeah.
we're like,
Yeah, Radar can tell that, like, he can't tell how different, but he can tell that, like, yeah, some are a bit newer, some are a bit older, but he can't really get more specific than
His
that.
reference point is like, he's like, well, the last skull that I saw was the one in my basement that I was curing. That one's 2 years old, so the reference point of gets that one.
Yeah, so he's like, yeah, I mean, some are newer, some are older.
Miss Lacey is just gonna like gently like put the skull down like over here, and just be like, think to herself like, once this is over, she would like to take as many of these as she can, just lay the remains to rest, but there's too much to do right now to gather up many skulls.
So are these are just like support beams or something? Like there's
Yep.
either a roof or another floor above us?
Possibly.
Right.
Definitely.
And these are stairs up?
Definitely supports. Stairs down, actually.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why they're symbolized that way, because
well, I guess actually that was how these ones were. Oh no, yeah, it's the opposite. That's why I'm confused.
Yeah, the book says they're stairs down, which again, I looked at the map and was like, huh? But no, it says stairs down.
Right.
Because yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they have that wrong on the map.
Alicia doesn't particularly want to be the one to like approach the giant shark corpse. I know, like, Mo knocked it down. That's like,
I'll do it.
She's thinking back to the rot grub explosion from the corpse, kind of like.
Yeah.
Right. I'll see if
Yeah,
I'll see if there's anything freaky with this shirk.
Okay.
Like, why this? Was it stuffed with anything? Was it fed corpses and?
Yeah.
Shark corpse golem.
Yeah. No. So the one thing. Yeah. So you can tell based on your investigation that the shark corpse is. I mean, it's certainly old enough that it's been rotting for a while.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, so it's very very in a very decayed state, and the skulls that you see, you notice that, like, oh, some of them are quite small, possibly from like children. Some are more adult, or adult size. And most of them, like I said, appear humanoid, so they're either like, human, elf, dwarf, halfling.
The skulls?
Yeah, the skulls. Right. They're primarily humanoid, and there's one or two that are a little bit odd, like, otter shaped, maybe of like an orc or a kobold, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, most of them are humanoid. But there's nothing. You don't find anything else like kind of odd about the shark. Yeah. No treasure or anything on it.
How many skulls? If you like, not exactly, but I mean, is there like more than 100, or is there like?
Oh no, it's more like 8.
Right. Oh, okay. Alicia will gather up the skulls, and she thought it was something like I was under the assumption it was like the order of like dozens.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like 8. She'll actually gather up the skulls and take them to try to lay them to rest later.
I forget. Okay. Was the person who was like absolutely gored potentially by whoever we originally came here to find in the asylum, did Did the body, like, was that missing a head?
No.
Okay.
Jarmy was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, but the body, or like the one when he was found, like over the person that he presumably
Yes.
murdered while mind controlled. No, it was not missing a head.
Okay.
You don't recall any reports
Yeah,
of
like details.
specifically like, oh, missing heads, but you do know that like the bodies were mutilated quite a lot, so it's possible some of them were,
Right.
but you didn't get like any specific like, oh yeah, like there's no pattern where like, oh, every single one of them was missing a head.
Okay.
And not that it like particularly matters, but Alicia isn't just gonna like shove them in her backpack. It's like she's gonna pull out her vestments that she has from starting as an acolyte,
nice.
and just like wrap them, gently in there as best she can, and put them in the backpack.
And then shove it in. No.
And then put it at the very bottom, and then put all the heavy stuff on top.
Yeah, right. Have your chili leak into it. Is it dark down the stairs?
Let me see. Yeah, so it is, yeah, at this point it is dark. And yeah, the stairs descend. And they actually go, let me reveal just a little bit more. Oh, there, wait, where's the reveal at? There we go. I want to reveal just the end of this because, so they actually say, so in the book, they say that the stairs descend. Again, the picture doesn't show it.
So
but,
like a dirt wall.
And actually what they say is like on the map, they kind of cheated a little bit and say the stairs go down into a pool of slimy, murky water. It's not shown on the map, but it's there. So,
Right.
They kind of cheated on that one. But yeah, the stairs go down, like I said, lead into a pool of water. And that's all that you see from there.
Right. Like, presumably, somebody could go into the water and swim in it and see what's going on. But Mo is not doing that.
Yeah, Radar's gonna approach. And I'm just gonna move the shark up there.
Alicia will come over and like take a look at the water as well.
Yeah, I'll just move the shark up there so it's out of the way. Yeah, Radar's just gonna peer down, and it basically like at this point it goes into it's still like the kind of the wet wooded like wooden structure that we're in. But like it looks like when it it doesn't look like it's like a natural cave. Like it doesn't go into like a natural grotto or anything. It's still like part of the temple we're in, but it's flooded, or maybe not necessarily flooded. Maybe the water's supposed to be there, but it rises to there.
And obviously you said it's murky, so we kind of can't tell like how deep.
Right.
Could you maybe cast light on something and throw it in there?
Yeah. Yep. So Alicia pulls a skull from her bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dunk.
She'll pick up any kind of debris that's maybe lying about, cast light on it, and throw it in to the pool.
Okay. When you throw the light into the pool, it does illuminate the area, and it looks like it leads into like maybe like a very small chamber that proceeds right into a tunnel. And you go ahead and make a perception roll, I guess, for Mo, Elise, and Radair can all make perception rolls because we're right there. Okay. And Mo, wait.
George
Mo, go ahead and make a perception roll.
He said he'd be right back.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear him again.
Yeah.
let's see. Okay, so we'll just have Radair and Alicia because Radair rolled high enough to see it. He out of the corner of his eye, out of the kind of like the light illuminates it for a brief moment, but there's he sees a few like fins of a creature, and it like kind of scutters out of the radius of the light deeper into the darkness.
All right.
Yeah, Radair, casts a glance at Alicia and says,
Back.
"I saw something in there." Yeah, Jordan. So, just so what you missed is that Alicia threw the stone with light into the water,
Right.
and it illuminated the area, revealing kind of like a very small chamber with a tunnel going farther to the west. And Alicia caught a glimpse of several fins of a creature, and it moved deeper into down the tunnel out of the light.
Right.
Well, that might be the aboleths or whatever that we're here for.
Yeah, Radair nods. He takes a moment to take off his cloak of protection and put on the cloak of the manta ray.
There you go.
He's like, "Yep, I think we're gonna need this."
Yep. Alicia will do the same.
He is Mo's like, I am going at least third in this situation.
Yeah, Radair just kind of sets his face grimly and says, "Well, we know it's something's down there, and this is the only way forward." All ready? Wait, where's Smallleaf?
Holding his action.
Yeah. Yeah, he's caught in a not an infinite loop, but a stuck process.
Yeah.
Holding his action until the creatures come out and attack, but they've all been killed.
That's right,
so
I'm meditating.
Yeah, it's a sleep command that has a while loop in the input parameter in the argument. Yeah.
While and hostile
I'm
enemies
in a
not
nap.
in areas. Wait. If hostile enemy in area, attack. Otherwise, go back to sleep.
Yeah.
No.
Sleep
No,
one.
They'll just be stuck there forever. Yeah, he says, "Hold on a minute. Let me go back and get Smallleaf, and then we'll plunge in." Yeah, Radair goes back to the area, the hallway, and says, "Smallleaf, we found some stairs that lead into water. We think the aboleth is down there. You coming?"
Yeah, Mo lightly in the background, like, totally safe! Nothing bad will ever happen.
Alicia will take a few moments to get the sun sword up to maximum brightness levels, and she'll go in first.
Yep. Oh, Radair.
Does she go in now?
She's gonna start going in now.
Okay.
Just like
Yeah, Radair's gonna hustle back and say, "Hold on, I'm back."
so. Yeah, just for this. So she has 30 feet of bright light and then 30 feet of dim after that. So she's going in bright.
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
Let me look up what the gem is. I think it's only like 20. Gem of brightness.
All right.
30.
Yep. We
It's the
descend
same
into
thing,
the
okay.
murky water.
Yep.
This is only CJ is gonna be able to see this, but this is always my favorite when it's like, how big is my aura? Like that's
Yeah. It's like it goes all the way out to here. Like, like, all right. Yeah. Needless to say, we can see quite a ways. The murky water makes it a little tough, but it's sort of like being in nighttime, like needing dark vision, that sort of thing. But the light helps us see, but we can't really see anything beyond the dim light that it sheds. so we start making our way down the tunnel. And again, they don't have a map for it, but I'll narrate Theater of the Mind. So the tunnel ends up snaking its way westward. There's a few twists and turns, and not too long after we begin the descent, it actually becomes more of a natural tunnel. Natural, like as in like earth or like stone earthen, but like clearly cut out and like like mined.
Right.
But we end up going for walking about about maybe 5 minutes or so down the tunnel, and we don't really see anything. But then up in the just at the edge of the light, we see this. Let me make it, put it on the layer. And I can make it a little, well, I guess we can just zoom in to see it.
Yep.
How good is that picture of it?
Meta knowledge,
Yeah.
I think that is the aboleth.
Yeah. So we do see what we can only presume to be the aboleth, because it's basically like
some horror.
Yeah, this
that isn't a
horrible,
kraken,
like,
but
yeah, sort of looks like a kraken. You see, it has kind of like the 3 eyes, sort of like the Scoom had, like the eyes vertically on its head. A little smaller there. Wait, no, yeah, that's right. We see the vertical eyes on its head, and it's got like like a mouth, sort of like a kraken or like a squid has. And then it has like several like tail fins, which sort of like some of them are tentacles, some of them are tail fins, which you see in the picture there. And it's sort of like they're all behind it, so it's sort of like unlike a squid, which kind of has its tentacles forward, these are behind it, and they bend around. But one thing we see is that this aboleth has several like chunks of flesh, or like bite marks all over its flesh, and like kind of like slash marks over
like
it.
it's seasoned.
Yeah, seasoned. Well, actually, some of them are fresh.
Oh.
Or actually, a lot, like pretty much all of them are fresh.
I think I know the story behind the shark now.
Yeah. So it ends up when we approach it, it actually we hear it talking in our minds, and it says weakly, like, "Wait, no harm, no harm. Please help." Wait, no harm.
Thinking Alicia would want to help just because it's asking for help.
Oh
it's
yeah,
kind of like,
right.
She's immediately just like, yeah, might be evil.
Yeah.
Like she's like fighting. Like if it was a person, sure, but the fact that it's like this, it's kind of like,
Yeah, Redair gets his, sword and shield ready.
Yeah, Mo is conflicted because he's like, but you're a monster? Like, what?
Yeah, he says, yeah, it says again, wait, explain. I'll explain. Need help.
what do you need help? How can we help you?
Can we hear each other whenever it's doing this? Like, is it like a mass thing, or is it...
No, it's just
Okay.
to each of us. Like,
Yeah,
we
right.
can't hear each other's thoughts.
Okay.
He says, my name is Sgathka. I'll type it in the chat because it's weird.
Right.
Oh. There's
Yeah.
Skofka. Skofka. I'm hunting 2 traitors. 2 traitors of my kind. They've struck a deal with the Dark God and are trying to raise a kraken. But I wasn't powerful enough to stop them. They're down in the tunnel raising it.
I guess Alicia would like turn maybe to the rest and be like, kind of sounds like true to what we understand. Like there were two, unless this is lying to us.
Yeah. I'm gonna have Radair roll an insight if anybody else wants to roll an insight.
Yeah, I need to roll something. I don't even know how Mo's like. I don't even know. Guess I'll let. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
not sure.
That about
Radair
sums up how I feel.
Yeah, I don't know. Radair is kind of like just not trusting anything that's evil, so he's not, he's basically not trusting it just because, it's some sort of weird evil creature, presumably. That's kind of where he's at. Alicia gets the sense that it's lying, but it's being clever, I guess, about how it lies or how it's lying.
Almost like it might know what we know,
or it's like lying by telling the truth, like that type of thing. Like it's
where it's like it's doing it like it is doing every trick in the book to be as truthful as possible and not come across like it's lying. And yeah, there's probably several elements of truth to what it's saying, but it's also lying.
I think the other thing is that Mo doesn't like it talking in his head. He specifically remembers like a magic item that prevents like scrying and detection and stuff, and he's like, oh man, I need that. If there's people that can talk directly in my head, like, no. Only Mo's allowed in his head.
I think if Alicia feels like it's not being truthful and it's lying and maybe like hurt, but like I guess I'm trying to think exactly the way she would phrase it, but how would she exactly phrase this?
I'll say that Mo came here expecting the aboleth just to be like some primeval monster thing, and it's like that, but it's like we get here and immediately he's like asking for help, so Mo is like really conflicted right now. He was like, I was expecting it just to be like, ha ha ha, here's my lair of dead children and townsfolk, ha ha ha, I am clearly evil. This guy's like, help me fight the other evil that's a bigger evil. Like, but you're still evil, bro. Like, like we might need you to help defeat them, so it's like we have to possibly help you, but
I think Alicia would probably say something like, after she deduces about the lying, be like, I think that he really does need help, and I think we might have to use the Tallahassee to help him.
Radair's about to like comment. Wait, what? The Tallahassee?
yeah.
Wait, what? Did I miss something?
Yeah, it's like, I mean, if Alicia says that, Mo's looking at Alicia like, did you just engage Tallahassee?
That's Alicia's just still staring like, heard what I said.
Yeah, Mo would swim up to him with his hands up, and I mean, this is full on. If you want me to roll deception as possible, he's. I mean, I'm just gonna roll it like just in case, okay. But like he's coming up, and he's like, originally that was a 3, by the way. He's just like, yes. Like, yes, we'll help you, like, I noticed that you're injured here or something, and he's just gonna try to I mean, like, I assume he had his rapier out already. We came down in the water expecting danger, and he's Tallahassee. He's gonna try to surprise attack this guy.
Okay. Okay, well, I had whisper rolls turned on for this because I forgot to turn it off, but I rolled a 12, so it is deceived by your bluff, which is very impressive.
Okay.
Considering that this is an
aboleth.
aboleth, which
under-
is all like mind-based
yeah,
type thing.
one of the sea creatures of the Underdark. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah. Let me see here.
I think Alicia is just offended that it would like feign needing help.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I would say in his confusion and doubt, I mean, he's completely thrown off by it talking in his head and acting like this, and then Elysia like set his course straight, where it's like, yeah, something Tallahassee, like, right, this thing's still evil.
And right
okay.
as like Mo kind of figures out, Radair's like, oh, and
Yeah.
then and then and then you can you can, I think, let's see, it's 10 o'clock, so this is probably a good place to stop. Why don't we let you get your sneak attack roll in and see what but I think we will end there with Mo. Oh my gosh, these things, wait a minute. Oh my gosh, why is I just took a look at its AC on its token, and its AC is not at all what's on the character sheet.
Oh, really?
Something, yeah. I'm not sure if I desynced it by accident or what, but needless to say, you still hit regardless.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your damage. All right. So 28, a nice
start,
sizable start, and considering, so it needless to say, we will be starting with combat against this aboleth.
Yeah, I think we can probably leave initiative for next time, because that'll be like
roll initiative.
Well, I mean,
we'll
like
start initiative next time, like
we'll start initiative next time with the standard round. You basically got your surprise round.
Right.
You're surprised.
Yeah, but I just meant like starting with rolling, just because it's like if we knew the order now, there might be some.
Yeah.
I mean, not that like we would metagame it, but you know what I mean. Like, it makes more sense to have it be all like reactionary.
We'll just start it up then when we begin. All right, so we'll stop there. Let me. It doesn't make. I'm gonna stop the music because we just started a tense action moment. I don't want to have that mellow, that kind of spooky music starting. Okay, so let's see experience for today. Let's see. So done. Those things. Okay. Plus that. All right, everybody gets 3,900. Yeah, considering these enemies are buffed, it's like based on what CR rating they should be, like we're definitely gaining XP a lot faster. Plus 9. But we haven't even hit the fast track where once you get to like level 14 or so, it picks up again.
We were so close to 69 420.
Right. We can only get 1,000 EXP next session, so we'll have to play it very
we'll have to like not kill him. One of us will have to die. Like it'll be a science.
Yeah. Nice. All right. Well, Jordan, by the way, in terms of like DMing next time, I think based on where we ended up today, we'll probably get one more session. Like we'll be finished next session.
Okay.
I think. We may have. Well, we'll probably